What's up, guys? It's Ace Josh here, bringing you uh, a battle that I should have posted around 2 weeks ago. But the thing is, my school, I had to study for my AP exam. I was kind of preparing up for that, and I just couldn't really find the time to do it. So I'm just gonna post all the battles that I've done, which has been around three. But I'll get to that later on in future videos. But for now, I'm gonna go over my week. What week is this? I'm two. Okay. This is week four. Yeah, week four of the BSL versus Blitz Bits or Jack Fitz. I'm not sure. I think it's Jack Fitz. Yeah, Jack Fitz. Yeah. And if you didn't see the team builder, you can check it out in my previous video. But if you don't want to, it's completely fine. I'll just go over my team. I have like a mix. I have a hidden power steel, grass knot, uh, tornadoes doesn't have flying stab, which kind of sucks. But yeah, then I have my especially defensive bronze on to deal with Kira in black, and I have my Mega Altaria, which I actually replaced for not Mega Aldino, just normal Aldino, because I didn't want to get him set up on, and I didn't want to take the risk that he would like be able to blow me back with like a substitute Mega Dancy. So I decided to not bring Mega Aldino. Normal Aldino, excuse me, and I replaced it with just a normal Hyper Voice Altaria with Roost, just bulky offensive Mega Altaria. Then I have my Arcanine to deal with his Victini because Arcanine deals with Victini pretty well. And then I have my Volturn Heliolisk hiding in front of Hariyama, kind of interesting. And then I have my banded Hariyama to deal with his potential Umbreon, which he doesn't actually bring. So that means he doesn't have a cleric besides potential healing Wish Mesprit, which I find out was a choice scarf. So he wasn't going to be outspeeding most of my things. Well, no, he would have outsped some things, but I'm not sure if he was carrying healing Wish. I never actually find out during the battle. But speaking of the battle, let's just get started, shall we? Let me put it on normal speed, not fast. Okay, now I'm going to lead in my Prefontaine. First things first, I have Grass Knot on this thing, so I'm not scared of Gastron coming in. And I'm pretty sure his priority here is just setting up rocks, because this team is really weak to rocks. The team that I replaced didn't have a hazard removable Pokemon, and there's really none left, so that's kind of my struggle with this team. So I knew right off the bat that was his purpose, his goal. So I'm just gonna Volt Switch, get some good damage off, and get 40% damage. And I'm gonna switch right into my Bronzong so I can get my own Stealth Rock up. No, I go in. No, wait. Let me explain something to you guys. Okay. I wasn't really like all there for this battle, so I said to my Tornadoes thinking I had knockoff or at least stab. No, at this point I was thinking I had stab Hurricane, but I don't. And I didn't realize that until I looked at the move set. I was like, dang, this is a really bad switch. I shouldn't have done this. I should have just gone right into my Bronze Zone, and I'd be able to set up rocks immediately. But as a result, I'm just get the hard switch because I don't have user on this thing either. I kind of forgot what the set was already because this was recorded a while ago. He goes straight for the T-Bolt, so I know he does have coverage for my Tornadus, and I'm not Assault Vest. I am Life Orb, so that would have done a good amount. So at this point, I'm just gonna go for my Stealth Rock, but at this point, you're gonna see my Bronzong face a series of unfortunate events. Started off with this crit U-turn to 22%, which sucks. It would have only done like 16%. No, wait, no, it would have done like 14, 15%. Anyways, I go straight for my Stealth Rock. And now, watch this. He's gonna go for the Scald really quick. He's gonna get the crit, and he's gonna get the burn. And I don't have my Cleric with me for this week because I didn't want Aldino to get set up on. So as a result, my wall to Kieran Black is pretty much essentially gone. I'm trying to hope that he switches out or something. I go for Garaball and Burn, so it's not going to do a single thing. That's 2%. Toxic's going to whittle him down. So at this point, I got to make a really risky play because this is getting me nowhere. I can't switch into Heliolisk because it doesn't kill Grass Knot at this range. And even if he's defensive. And so at this point, it's got to switch into my Hariyama. Hope he doesn't burn me because at this point, there's really not much else I can really do. So I'm gonna go into my Hariyama really quick, and he's gonna go for Scald, and he isn't gonna burn me, which is really good. It's really good. But yeah, he's gonna go for the Scald. Sorry, I had to pause it, and he doesn't get the burn. So at this point, I'm just gonna click Knockoff, but he'll click Protect to start, which is good because that means I'm gonna get some good poison damage on him. Really good poison damage. So at this point, he's all the way down to 58%. I don't care if he switches into Diancie. And yeah, if I find out he's sticky hole, he's not water absorb. I mean storm drain, excuse me. So that's kind of interesting. I don't really have a water type on my team, so I can see why he would bring it. He wants his leftovers. Anyways, he's gonna sack Mesprit, which is interesting considering he has a Diancie he could have switched into. So as a result, I don't have to deal with that thing anymore. And I mean, I would have killed him with Thunderbolt anyways if Heliolisk if I got the switch, but it still would have been kind of a problem. And it puts me at a number advantage. So at this point, I think he's going to switch into Diancie, figuring that I kind of was banded because I would have changed my moves a while ago. But he's actually going to go straight into his Victini, which is interesting. And at this point, this was probably the weirdest play of the game because we're not sure if it was a showdown mistake or if he was actually just trying to predict me to switch into like my Bronzong, just sack it. But as you'll see, he's going to click the power up punch, and that's not going to do anything to me, obviously. He's not Cobra Berry, so this knockoff's going to absolutely destroy him. At this point, we were discussing it. We were discussing what actually happened. He said that it was a mistake with Showdown. Like he clicked a different. Like he might have clicked the. Yeah, I never actually found out what he clicked. He probably clicked the psychic move. So I don't know what happened. I don't know. It's still a mystery to this day. And as a result, it kind of like ends up biting him in the butt. If he actually did click a psychic move, because this thing kind of like beats his team. Looking at it, because Bullet Punch would do a good amount to cure him black, even though I find out he is bulky, not speed invested. Anyways, I kill him with the knockoff. He's gonna go into the Dawn again. I don't know why. I want to try to kill this thing. If I kill this thing, that's great for me. Even if he burns me, Banded Bullet Punch will do a lot to Diancie anyways, so I don't really care. And that's what this thing is here for. So I'm gonna click the knockoff. Doesn't kill. He's gonna go for the recover again, just trying to get as much health as he can. But at this point, he really doesn't win this battle. He either loses, he makes his Gastron go to super low health, or he just doesn't win. He's gonna go for the skull. He doesn't choose to click recover again, which is the smart play, and he does not burn me. So at this point, he either has to sack his Gastron, or just go into Diancie like he should have done a while ago. Because I've been clicking knockoff so many times that he should have realized that I'm banded at this point. So he is going to just switch right into Diancie, and I'm actually going to get a crit knockoff. As you'll see, it does 31%, which means if my math is correct, it would have done like 20%, which is pretty good damage. So at this point, I'm going to sack my Arcanine because it doesn't really do much. It doesn't have extreme speed, so it wouldn't even pick off the Gastrodon, and I would kill it with Flare Blitz anyways. Doesn't outspeed the Cure in Black most likely. Yeah, there's no way I would. So at this point, I'm just gonna sack my Arcanine to the potential Moonblast or Diamond Storm. Either way, I'm just sacking it. And he actually goes straight for Diamond Storm, so I'm guessing I probably kill my Hariyama at the range it was at. Either way, it's a pretty good play. He doesn't get the defense boost. Doesn't really matter because Bullet Punch Banded would have killed at that range no matter what, even if he did get the +1 defense boost. So I'm gonna go into my Hariyama. He doesn't have a switch anymore because Miss Baggies is not a switch-in, Kieran Black is not a switch-in, and Gastron dies. So at this point, there's really not much he can do. He sacks his Diancie, he goes into Dark Side. I get to find out if he's Scarf, if he specs. Well, I can't really find out if he specs, but I can at least find out if he isn't Life Orb. If he doesn't get any damage taken upon him, he's probably choiced in some way. So that's what the point of just sacking my Hariyama is here, just to see what he is. So I'm gonna go for my Bullet Punch. It doesn't do a lot, obviously. So it proves he was bulky or bulkier. He was bulkier spread, and I see the Life Orb damage. So at this point, I know I can just go into my Heliolisk and pick up at least some damage. I wouldn't pick up my kill necessarily because he still has Miss Maggie's. So I'm just gonna go back to my Heliolisk, and I actually risked a Hyper Voice. He could have easily switched into his Miss Maggie's and saved this thing, but he doesn't. I guess he didn't want to take rocks damage and all that, and he would have died to the next Life Orb hit. So either way, he just figured sacking it was the better play, which I agree with. I don't necessarily think that was a bad play at all. So at this point, he's going to go into his Miss Magus, and normally Heliolisk would outspeed his Miss Magus, but I only speed creep for his base 100s, which was Victini. I forgot to speed creep for base 105. So at this, you'll see right now he actually speeds me. But here's the thing: he clicks Heal Bell, and apparently that was also a mistake. I can see why he would, but at the same time, it was also unnecessary. I can see why because maybe he was hoping I would get like I would switch into my bronze song or something. But he said this was a mistake. He was clicking some other move. I don't know what it was. I kind of forgot already. But yeah, he clicks the heal bell, and as a result, I'm gonna get some good volt switch damage off right now. Dude, 54%, so proving he's pretty much offensive because this thing has a good amount of special defense. So obviously he's no in any sort of way a wall. He is definitely offensive in every single way, shape, or form. I don't have knockoff, so I'm kind of forced to go into my Mega Altari and just hope that I get to kill because he doesn't kill me with any one hit. So I click Hyper Voice here, and he's gonna go for the HP Ice, and he gets a crit, and he kills me. And at this point, I know he was timid. He wasn't modest. Otherwise, my Heliolisk would have outsped. And I calced timid max speed, max special attack life order. Most it did was like 52%. So yeah, it kind of sucks. I lose my I lost my 2 free kills for my Mega, which sucks because Mega Atari does not have a lot of kills. I was hoping I'd get some kills for it this week, but what are you gonna do about it? Not much I can do. So I'm just gonna go into my Frank Sinatra, and I'm gonna go for the Heat Wave. Heat Wave kills at this range, so there's no reason to not click it. And he goes into his Gastron, goes all the way down to 5%, and he's gonna protect for literally no reason. I don't know why he did, just to stall the game for one more turn, I guess. But yeah, after this turn, I click the Grass Knot, and your Texas Turtwigs defeat the Manchester Mareep 3-0. Was this an interesting game? I think so. It kind of sucks. Like, if it really was a showdown mistake, I really do feel bad because there's really not much you can really do about that. If it's like a malfunction in like the coding and showdown, if you accidentally misclicks happen. I've misclicked too. Right? There's been battles where my where showdown messes up my EV spreads, and as a result, I don't have like any EV spreads whatsoever. Like one time, I had Mega Atari in my inner league, and I brought it with like no EVs because showdown reset it. It happens. Like things like this happen. You just gotta hopefully move on from what happens and hope that you can win the next game. Well, yeah, thank you guys for watching. As you see, your Texas Turtles are now 3-1. Actually, no, we're 3-2. I forget that I replaced an 0-1 team. We are 3-2, and my next opponent. Let me check really quick who my next opponent is. I'm gonna do it right now on screen. Give me like 4 seconds, guys. Give me 4 seconds. Okay. Okay, literally, give me like 5 seconds. Okay, this was week 4, so we're gonna go to week 5. I play J. I played J, and his team is pretty threatening. So we'll see what happens there. So yeah, without further ado, thank you guys for watching, and leave a like and subscribe. And I'll see you next week. Well, not next week. I'm gonna post some videos rapidly, but yeah, see ya.